And so you're seeing them play a whale of a game. Now Drexel is challenged scoring the ball too. And so if it's not mass and net, then they have to kind of manufacture stuff, because Fouch scores on jump shots, gets to the free throw line, but he doesn't score the variety of ways that maybe an Usher or a Sadler might, or a three.
Playing a little bit of a weave out front, and Massanet shoots the three, no good. Pantovic comes down with the offensive rebound to Allen, slicing it, knocks it down, and finally
his shoulders, how he uses his arms to his advantage. Took another charge, no whistle.
On the kick out, Allen on three, no good. Battled inside, Williams gets it, the hoop and the foul.
And all of a sudden, you've got him come down with the ball instead of Etherton, and then it turns into an and one. So as you look at it again here, look at the ball go up, and he comes down with it. Now, you know, Etherton has hands on it, and you rarely see him with the double mitt on the ball, and they missed him.
Fouch coming off the screen, has the basketball now on the wing. Over to Allen. Back inside in the left hand, in and out. Pantovic is there for the rebound. Around to Fouch, who knocks down the three from straight.
Lead now for St. Joseph's. Drexel desperate to find some offense now. Massanet on the take into the lane, can't hit the floater. There's the tip for Pantovic.
Their last 4 points were both on offensive rebounds. Remember, that's the strength of this Drexel team.
Massanet. Pantovic kept another rebound alive. He is a spark right now. Massanet into the forecourt. Taking the risk by driving. And look at this. Pantovic kept another one alive. Thomas can't pay it off.
Yeah, he just cannot find the range.
Under 40 seconds left to go. Pantovic, who had himself a very nice game.
But the thing I'm watching is his foul count. Right now, I don't believe he has any fouls. And, you know, if they keep that up, Bill will be able to rotate their team the way he wants, and Scott will be a steady option for them all night, all afternoon long.
A clean sheet so far for Etherton, and just 3 team fouls for Northeastern so far. And that turnover will go over to Drexel.
He's setting up right now. Drexel's going to press, and if they can get it from here to the front end, run their time and get a score, then the clock keeps ticking on Drexel.
Fouch, one of the best to shoot the three in Drexel history. 4th all-time, 274 three-pointers.
He can do that. They just got to do this. Right now, they've just, every time Northeastern's needed to play, they've had it.
Etherton backs it down, but Pantovic is there for the block. And here comes Drexel with the basketball.
Drexel team, they got to go try and find some easy shots wherever they can.
Goran Pantovic with the tip follow. Again, you're at a point right now, you've got to figure out a way just to simply get some offense. Galloway from the corner. And Pantovic kept the rebound alive.
Drifts right. Pass to Nori Johnson. Johnson beyond the three-point arc, steps higher on the floor. Now dribbles around the top of the circle. He's on the left side now. Pass in the left corner for Stitt. Stitt drops it down for Baru. Baru on the block. Kicks back out to Stitt. Stitt puts it on the floor. Now back to Baru. Baru on the left block. Spin move. Baseline. Blocked by Goran Pantovic. Caught by Goran Pantovic. Great defense.
130 pounds. He welcomes the contact, had good body control. It's a very important finish right here for the Knights.
And he's got 8 points. Make it 9. But the Knights, we mentioned 64% on the year, 38% before that free throw guy scored.
You know, when your free throw shooting is not good, your field goal shooting and your three-point shooting is not good, you really got to defend you know what off.
They're sucking up on the defensive end.
A little back screen to a ball screen. Nice job by Rumps to get over there. There's that dribble handoff action.
5 on the shot clock for Lee. It's down to 4. Fouch. Wow! Long range artillery.
University of Penn's up the street. That shot was about that far away.
Criddle loses the handle. Another steal for the Dragons. Chance for the 20-point lead. They got it. And coming off the bench is Goran Pantovic, the 6'10 sophomore from Serbia. And that's a 14-6 run now for Bruiser Flint and the Dragons.
Drexel's hard to beat. They defend so well. One of the best defensive teams in the country. They're making deep three-point shots at the shot clock. They're scoring in transition. They're playing a great offensive game for one of the best defensive teams in the country. They play like this, Mike, offensively. With their defense, they can easily get to New York for an NIT championship.
Well, Paul, tonight they've knocked down 10 threes. Now Fouch has 18, Massinet 15. And we're inside 6 minutes now. Winner of this game takes on the winner of the Northern Iowa St. Joe's game and taking place right here in Philadelphia tonight. Now you're talking about Selection Sunday hangover. And Bruiser Flint saying, hey, this one goes against the Knights. He said, you know, he understands the numbers didn't stack up even though he had 27, but he said when he scheduled, he didn't schedule any differently. They usually have a good non-conference schedule, he said, but some of the teams that they scheduled didn't have the season that everybody thought they would. And what are you going to do? He said, that's not our fault. We played who we played.
Most mid-major teams, they have to win their tournament. Probably 90 to 95%. What Bruiser Flint did this year by winning the regular season, getting 19 in a row, 25 out of 27, and Coach of the Year. There's no doubt in my mind, looking at this team play, not only tonight, but during the season, they could beat some teams in the NCAA tournament. But give him so much credit for getting himself refocused and his team refocused quickly. Took a couple of Tylenols, got rid of that hangover.
He said last year, he figured when they got upset by VCU, they weren't going to get in the big dance. He said, but last year, he thought he should have been in the NIT. He was a little bit disappointed. He thought, to his credit, he said, you better check the numbers, but he thought he had the highest RPI that didn't make the NIT last year. Damian Lee just picked up his 4th foul.
And that's a tough pill to swallow as a coach. Bruiser Flint has this program. Drexel, 4th winningest program in the CAA. They've only been in it for 11 years. It's only 3 teams better, Mike. Old Dominion, George Mason, and VCU.
That's pretty impressive. 4 times the Coach of the Year. Looking for his 28th win this year. That'll be a school record.
Tell you what, practice was impressive yesterday. Pressure the ball, high hands, high hands. I heard it once, I heard it over 20 times, and this is March. This is one of his last practices of the year, just like the first practice in October. That's why Bruiser Flint is such a great basketball coach. He emphasizes defense all year long. He's got a great associate head coach, Mike Connors, does an excellent job in scouting.
I got to tell you, Paul, Goran Pantovic, the 6'10 sophomore, got 6 off the bench, and these fans love that kid. They are going crazy for Pantovic, and Bruiser said, going down the roster today, he said, I don't think he'll get in the game tonight.
Well, he told me the only 2 ways he's getting in the game, down a lot or up a lot. Big fella, 2 dribbles, under control, into his jump hook. A little European kind of jump hook, sky hook.
Massonet pulls down the rebound.
Jordan's been struggling from the perimeter. He's best when he can get to the basket.
Pantovic is going to bring down the house. They love him.
The bench is up, the crowd is up. And nice give and go action right there. Just couldn't complete it for UCF.
Pantovic. Paul Biancardi, this has turned into the Goran Pantovic show. 10 points off the bench.
When you come off the bench and you have a 20-point lead, it's a lot easier to score the basketball.
UCF had cut it to 9 at the 14:31 mark, and right now we have a 75-48 ball game.
See him in transition, running to the basket. His teammates looking for him. UCF right now, a lot out of sync, not a little bit out of sync. The defensive transition, Romps is back. You see guys still coming into play for UCF. Drexel, they'll run if they have the opportunity. Bruiser Flint, opportunity to use his bench.
6'10 from Serbia. He's a sophomore. Something tells me that he's going to get more minutes as a junior. 10 points off the bench for Goran Pantovic, and with 4:08 to go, it looks more and more like the Dragons will be slaying the Knights here, and they'll move on to the second round of the NIT. There's a foul by Pantovic.
You know what, though? I like the help by Pantovic on that possession. He was trying to be alert. He saw his man go to the weak side. He stopped in the middle of the paint. He tried to help, just got there a little bit late. You know, most Europeans are known for their offensive skills and not their defensive abilities. Pantovic can learn how to guard in the paint. Could be a pleasant surprise for Bruiser Flint as they make progress here in the NIT.
That's a good point. And so many European big guys like to stroke that 3, and Pantovic coming off the bench, he showed that nice little hook shot, and he hit one from outside.
Yeah, 15 feet, that's all you have to do.
Jordan averaging 14. He's got 7 now with 4 minutes and 2 seconds to go before they put this one in the books.
Donnie Jones just wants to see his team play hard. He knows this game is basically over. He's looking for effort right now. Looking at the guys who are going to come back next year. Casey Wilson giving him great minutes off the bench. He played his AAU basketball for Florida Elite. Conrad Floss was his coach, did a great job with him. Look at him playing defense in the post on the perimeter. He was trying, Wilson.
Stole the show, Paul.
Pantovic is doing it on the inside and on the outside, getting some valuable minutes off the bench for Drexel. Shows the ability to score the basketball with the jump hook, or he can face the basket from 15 feet. He runs the floor, finishes the play, and he's even attempting to play some defense. Good help position, got there a little late. This young man's